The crime that makes young Dutch criminals millionaire in just one day.
Fuck you. I'll be back, motherfucker.
A gang whose primary purpose is to steal money by blowing up ATMs. What's more surprising is that they only flew their money on one car, an Audi. Therefore, it's easy to see why they're known as the Audi Gang. They drive to Germany for their motivation, then return to the Netherlands at breakneck speed. So, what more did the gang do, and what are police officials doing about it? And above that, why did the gang from the Netherlands commit robbery in Germany instead of their native land, and what was the reason? Watch this entire video to get updated. The Audi Gang, which is of Moroccan descent, has about 200 to 500 people in their gang, but does not work as a structured gang. They work in separate groups and commit their crimes across Europe, particularly in Germany, Belgium, and the Netherlands. A vast portion of the members of the Dutch gang is from either Utrecht or Amsterdam. They usually cause huge property damage and bodily harm during their crimes, and not every thief makes it out alive. The gang initially targeted the Netherlands, but then shifted to Germany, a country near the Netherlands, as well as one that still employed outdated cash machines that were less modern and far more likely to explode. In 2019, 72 cash machines were blown up, 30 in 2020, 12 in 2021, and only 10 in 2022. But why? What is the reason behind the decrease in blown-up robberies? That is because the group began targeting ATMs in their native Netherlands. ATMs were once widely available in the Netherlands, but in recent years, the police and banks have collaborated on a strategy to drastically restrict this number. Around 1,000 automated teller machines have been taken out of service in the last 2 years. Moreover, ATMs in the Netherlands have undergone recent upgrades by the banking sector. As a result of their efforts, they are now considerably more robust and difficult to detonate. They've included extra fun extras like ink bombs. When a cash machine is blown up, dark blue ink spills out and ruins all the money within. Because of these enhancements, the Audi Gang never managed to get their hands on any money. This is great news for the Netherlands, however. The gang involved refused to discontinue their activities. They eventually stopped using increasingly powerful explosives and just gave up. They shifted their focus and began attacking Germany instead. Last year, there were 250 attacks on ATMs with explosives, which is 125% more than in 2020. Officials said that this trend is likely to continue this year. The gang is less likely to use gas to blow open cash machines and more likely to use solid explosives. The sharp rise in the bombings of cash machines, which are often done with very dangerous explosives, endangers the lives of people who are not involved. Last year, the police in the Netherlands arrested 3 people they think are part of a gang robbing those ATMs in Germany. The suspects are said to have blown up the ATMs to get out about 958,000 euros, which is roughly $1 million in cash that was inside, and the arrest took place in the Dutch cities of Haarlem and Vienna. A total of 8 ATMs in Hesse, Baden-Württemberg, Lower Saxony, and Rhineland-Palatinate were targeted. Between October and November of 2021, the thefts happened, and damage to the building from the explosions was almost 1 million euros. In September of 2021, police in the Netherlands and Germany said they had caught a group that was making videos showing how to break into ATMs using this method. During an explosive attack training session in an underground center in the Dutch city of Utrecht, one person was killed. And at the beginning of this year, 3 men of this gang tried to blow up an ATM in Germany. But the plan to steal didn't work, and after a long chase, the police were able to catch them. The suspects were between 20 and 32 years old, according to German police. The 3 Dutchmen set off explosives at an ATM near a campsite in Weitzendorf, which is between Hamburg and Hanover. But the ATM was not damaged by the explosion, so the people who did it had to run away empty-handed. After the explosion, German police saw a suspicious car driving fast toward the border with the Netherlands. The plane landed near the village of Thuin, which is about 200 kilometers from Weitzendorf, and near Inschede, just across the border. The police put out a stop stick in the road, which poked holes in its tires. Because of this, all 4 tires of the car were damaged, and the people inside were unable to keep driving and had to give up. And the car was also filled with explosives. In the past few years, there have been a lot of explosive attacks in Germany. After a bomb goes off, they usually run away in a fast Audi. They sometimes take a lot of risks to avoid getting caught by the police. Several people have already died because of this. There was one day in particular that proved to be bad for them when some of the members got arrested. The people who were arrested were being investigated with a high level of suspicion for the explosion of at least 35 ATM machines in Bavaria, 17 in Baden-Württemberg, and 1 in Thuringia. The alleged criminals are reported to have begun their string of thefts in November 2021 and to have made a total of 5.2 million euros in profit from their activities. In order to bring charges against them, the authorities established a jointly organized crime investigation team consisting of anything from 10 to 15 officers. During the raids that took place in multiple towns in the Netherlands, tens of thousands of euros in cash, expensive apparel and luxury watches, and a car believed to have been used in criminal activity were all seized. According to the information provided by authorities, the suspects are males who reside in the Netherlands and have ages ranging from 25 to 41 years old. As a result, they are citizens of either the Netherlands, Morocco, Afghanistan, Turkey, or Romania. There are still 3 more people being sought after in connection with this crime. In both the Netherlands and Belgium, the 9 people suspected of being involved were brought before a judge. The public prosecutor's office in Bamberg, which is located in Germany, has filed a request to have them extradited there. They have been brought there to stand trial for aggravated gang theft, as well as many counts of triggering an explosion and demolishing a building. At a press conference in Munich, Bavaria's Interior Minister, Joachim Herrmann, referred to figures from the Federal Criminal Police Office when he stated that the number of successful bombings of ATMs continues to rise across the country. In 2022, police counted 493 completed blow-ups. This represents a 27% increase when compared to the total number of 2021's instances, which was 392. The criminals initially broke into the ATMs using gas, which was then injected into the machines and set ablaze. In the past few months, solid explosives that were combined with so-called Cobra firecrackers have been utilized more frequently across the entirety of Germany. And these explosions do significantly more damage to the structures than the gas that was traditionally employed in the past. It is also believed that the organization, which has since been apprehended in the states of Bavaria and Baden-Württemberg, relied solely on explosives that were placed there. People were placed in special danger by the explosives in 10 of these incidents. Thus, the public prosecutor's offices in those states are examining the people who were arrested for attempted murder in those situations. This week, investigators from that location also reported having success. Following an unsuccessful attempt to detonate an ATM in the rural community of Kiraspe, located in the western edge of Sauerland, the police began to follow the suspects who allegedly blinded the cops with a laser pointer. According to the Office of the Public Prosecutor in Hagen and the competent district police authorities, the Audi was ultimately brought to a halt in a street that led nowhere. The 3 individuals, all of whom were between the ages of 23 and 24, escaped on foot into a wooded area where they were eventually apprehended with the assistance of a police helicopter. The officers had also deployed pepper spray at some point during the operation. Now the police are continuing their investigations until they have solid evidence to work with. That brings us to the end of today's video, but no worries. If you'd like to stay up to date on the crime world, make sure you subscribe to this channel and press the bell icon.